Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, November 3rd, and today we will talk about the YieldMax ETF TSLY and their trades for Thursday, November 2nd. But guess what? There were no trades. So what are we going to talk about? I'll tell you what. We'll talk about two things. Someone asked me, where do I get this data? So I'll show you, through the website for those of you that are newer viewers, because I used to show this in the past. And then I'm going to dive a little deeper into how the holdings work and how they, affect the NAV. So let's get into it. So this is the website, YieldMaxETFs.com. And if you go to the website, you pretty much see all their different funds, right? And you can scroll, and you go further down. It just, shows the funds again. I guess it's easier to look at it that way. And then it just has a couple, notes, things like that, what brokers support them. Because believe it or not all brokers support these funds, like Merrill Edge and things like that. Which I don't see it on here, but my son has Merrill Edge. I should try to buy it and see what happens. But because it does come up. All right, anyway, so let's get to it. So how do you get to the holding information? That was a question that someone had. So you have to click into the fund. So you can either do that through this way, right? You can just scroll through and you find TSLY, wherever it is. You click the little box and it comes up, TSLY. And then obviously it talks about TSLY, blah, blah, blah. This is the current yield. Again, this is based on the last payment, though. Here's the distribution schedule. And as you know, well, this is actually just the payments made. It's not going to show the latest one, but the next declaration is Tuesday, FYI. Investment objective, closing price, 1138, NAV, 1136. Expense ratio, 0.99%, well worth it. While I'm scrolling, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, right? Hopefully you're entertained. So here's the intraday trades, right? So there's two problems with this. One, you have no idea when they're going to post it. But it's going to be after the market closes. So obviously the market is closed at 4, but I do not believe they do anything after hours. So typically I look at any time after 4. But if you have to do it before the end of the day, because if you wake up the next morning and you click it, even if there's trades, you're not going to see anything. It's gone. So that's a problem. So if you look at this here and you click that, you hit view, there's nothing, right? And that's what it'll show normally the next morning before the market opens. However, yesterday there were no trades. So what are we going to talk about? So here are the holdings. As you can see, it's one way to look at it, but another way to look at it is hit download. So I want to go through each and every holding. So for those of you who know this, obviously you don't have to hang around. But I did add something to my spreadsheet, which you guys may like. So maybe you will want to hang around. But anyway, let's get to it. The first transaction, which is typically always the first one on the top, and I don't know why. Well, I guess, no, I don't know why. How is this sorted? I don't know how this is sorted. Although that really is irrelevant. So let's move on. So the top transaction is typically one part of the synthetic. And again, the synthetic is a Cellp Put and a buy call. So as you can see, there's a P at the end. That P represents put. The number after it, 190.01, that's the strike. And then right before that, that's the expiration date. And then obviously before that is the ticker. So that's what you need to know when you look at the security name. So this is a Cellp Put. And then the next column over shows the amount of shares. And it shows a negative because it's a sell, right? If it was a buy, it'd be a positive number. So price is how much it's worth today, $7.27 per share. Market value is how much this position's worth today. Weightings is how much it makes up the portfolio. Net assets is net asset value. Shares outstanding is how many shares are, out there, and which can change daily, right? There is no set limit. I believe on ETFs, I believe they may have to add at some point. I'm not sure how that works, but I know the creation units has something to do with it. That's one thing I don't really know much about, creation units, or money market flag. I assume that means it's in a money market because it's always Y under cash. So now, again, let's get to it. So we went through the Cellp Put, right? Now, what is the Cellp Put and why do you care? Well, the Cellp Put will mimic the movement of Tesla. So if you see the Cellp Put, see the price? This price is going to go up when Tesla goes up, because this represents how much you would get in order, to sell a put. And by the way, selling a put means, this one in particular means you're willing to buy this stock at 190 by January 19th. And since Tesla is priced at, what is it at, 217, 218 now? I don't even know. Since it's above the strike, the price is, it's expensive, because people will say, yeah, I'll pay you $7.27 per share if you're willing to pay me. I'm sorry, if you're willing to buy this for 190. So, that's the, wait, I said that wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm not redoing the video, so let me just correct myself now. All right, Cellp Put, sorry. Cellp Put, it means you're willing to buy the stock for 190 by expiration. So, when I said it'll go up, I meant it will go down. So that price, as the stock goes up, the Tesla stock goes up, this will go down in price, because obviously the likelihood that you'll have to buy it at 190 it's less likely the more the stock goes up. But if this stock went down under 190, you would get more. The price would be higher. And the price is the premium you'll get. Again, I apologize for that hiccup, but again, it's early. It's not, what is it, 6:30? It's still early. So I don't know if I did any justice on that. So let's just, one more time. Selling a put means you are saying you will pay the strike price for the stocks at expiration. So if Tesla's price is above 190, then you're not going to get a lot of premium. So if you sell a put today, the premium you'll get is not too much, because again, it's the likelihood that you'll have to buy it is not there. So that being said, if Tesla goes up in price today, then this will go down, decreasing the market value. So this is a negative, right? So as this negative gets less and less, your NAV will go up, if that makes sense. If Tesla price goes down, the price, again, the 727, will go up, increasing the negative market value, which will bring down your NAV. I think I said that right. I'll do this again in another video. But, again, this is just first breaking it down. So now what's the other side of the synthetic? The other side of the synthetic is a buy call. And if you look here, you look at the shares, right? 34,045. Where's the corresponding number? It's right down here. So you see the call. So it's TSLY call option, same X. I'm sorry, where is it? 30. There it is, 34,045. Yeah, TSLY call 190, right? So it's 190 buy call. And right now, that's showing a price of 38.17. Obviously expensive. But guess what? We bought it when we did this. The buy call was much cheaper. So we're actually, this number is jumping up. So the time that we bought it, obviously the market value of this buy call was much less. So the trade price, the 38.17, that was much less, and it went up. I think it was around 25 when we bought it. Now it's up, increasing now the market value, which increases the NAV. So essentially the Cellp Put follows the Tesla price, and the buy call is just, bonus, right? Because, just this buy call is essentially useless. When you buy a call and it doesn't go above the strike, it's just worthless, right? Expires worthless. That's the idea. So anything above the 190, we will capture on the buy call, right? However, as you know, they sell calls, they sell weekly calls, and that's where the downside happens, right? Or not the downside, but the cap. So let's get into that. So here's the calls. They have 3 calls, and you'll know that by, it'll say, the problem is, like, the security names are very inconsistent. Like, the 207.50 you see, it's the same thing as the 212.50, right? It's the same idea. Everything else is the same across. But, like, this one shows US, whatever reason. So look at the 207.50, the 212.50, and the 220, right? These 3 transactions in the screen. Hopefully you can see that. Now, these are the weekly calls. They all expire on, okay, this is a typo. It shows 11/23. They expire November 3rd. Yeah, see? November 3rd. Go by this. This is the true date, November 3rd. So all 3 of these expire November 3rd. And, when we sold calls, we got a premium. And we got a premium because we're saying we're willing to sell you shares at 207.50 by 11/3, at 207.50. Same thing with the 212.50. Same thing with the 220. As you know, yesterday, TSLY price was at like 218. So it capped both of those. So this, we will have to cover the gap on the quantity of contracts that we have out right here. I know there's still one more trading day, but I'm just trying to explain. So the cost of these puts went up, which increased this negative number, which decreases your NAV, right? So it's already baked in. So you're losing the value already. And keep that in mind. That goes with everything, right? And I'll explain that in a second. So same thing here, again, all of these calls, if they, they typically, as they increase in value, and they would increase in value as Tesla goes up, then these, will become more expensive, decreasing the NAV, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of hard to explain, and now that I'm explaining it, it's not as easy as I thought. So I might have to draw this out a little better. It's hard to explain when I'm just looking at a website. So now what else? So I mentioned when we sell those calls, we get premium. So where does that premium go? It goes right into the NAV, right? But how? It goes into cash, right? The bottom line here. Now, cash and treasuries, just consider, cash should not change. I guess it earns interest. It says it has, money market, whatever that interest is. And then treasuries have a value which could fluctuate, based on what they're worth. And just say they get 5% interest. I don't know. But these, they can pull money from them or add money to them daily if needed. I don't know if there's a penalty for that, but hopefully not. But yeah, that's it for the holdings. Again, I apologize for the back and forth, but long story short, look at the market value, right? If you take the total market value and you divide that, market value, and you divide that by shares outstanding, then that should give you the NAV, right? So I believe net assets is the total of the market value if you add it up. So that is the NAV, and that's how the NAV how the NAV moves. So hopefully that made sense. Now let's get into it, right? So how does the synthetic work, and why do we care, right? We mentioned the Cellp Put mimics the movement of the Tesla price. However, the buy call, if we go above the strike, we could make additional income. But again, that's already reflected in the NAV. So let's see how that works. Go to my sheets here. So here's my sheet. You saw the update yesterday to it. Here's the synthetics. Now, no change to synthetics. Contracts, as you can see, 0. So we are right now, this is just the synthetic holding, how much we're going to make, right? We're at a loss of $33 million. However, if we close the synthetic position today, here's what it would cost. The buy call, which we bought, would sell at 38.17, right? What did we pay? We paid 25 and 25.10, in a couple different prices as we added. But long story short, we would get a credit of 38.17. So if you net the two, that's how much you made per share. So we would make 129 million on the buy call today, which would turn us into a profit now of 96 million. However, we'd also, we have that put, that Cellp Put, right? We'd have to close that. We'd have to buy that out at 728. End result, we'd be in a profit for the synthetic of 71 million. But again, all of this already is reflected into the NAV. So, but that, that profit should go into cash, right? So if we go to cash, I'm not going to go into all these tabs. You guys know it. So I would expect if we roll this synthetic at any point in time, our cash position would grow. So if you look yesterday, our cash and treasuries grew about 115,000, which is nothing. Maybe just interest, things like that. So nothing really happened yesterday. But yeah, that's it. That's it. So anytime anything happens, it's already in the NAV. I had to tell myself that about 50 times till I understood it. So whether they make premium, okay, that goes to cash. The buy call, the what they made on that, that's already in the market value. That's in the NAV. Things like that. So anytime they make, they sell a call, even when they sell the put, right? They're making money, but that goes to cash. And we will see that now that I'm tracking the cash. Which reminds me, we have $20 million in cash, but October, let me go to October's file. If they pay out 29 million of the call income, that'll pay us the 44 to 49 cents, right? So if they pay that out, we will be in a negative cash position. So what will happen? Will we get enough cash by X dividend date to support that? And even if we do, will they still pay it out? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe yes, because they're in a great position on the synthetic. So maybe the answer is yes. Maybe they'll pay a little more than my estimate. By the way, my estimate is 48 cents. If I had to give a number, I'd say 48 cents. I know I said 44 to 50 something cents, but I'm just going to say 48, maybe 50 cents. Who the hell knows? If it's 50 or more, great. I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't know how that's going to work, if they would actually go into negative cash paying out a distribution. But I assume we'll have enough cash, especially after today. They're going to do some rolls into next week. And this cash position, I mean, I don't know how big it'll be, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll go up 10 million, if not more, but you'll see in tomorrow's video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I have to go into work and start the day. And I apologize in the beginning for when I was explaining the holdings. It was kind of, it gets confusing, especially when you look at it via website. It's just, kind of annoying. Plus I'm in a car. Plus I just drove an hour. But one thing I do promise is when I understand this completely, soup to nuts, I'm going to do a whiteboard video drawing out everything, every little piece. So look forward to that in the future. No time commitment yet. It's just when we understand this entire process, soup to nuts. All right. So that's it, guys. As always, thank you for watching. I did not hit 400 likes yesterday, but I came close. I was like at 340. I know you guys don't care about that, but I'm trying to get motivated for something with the videos, compete with my yesterday video. It's a way of motivating, but as always, not financial advice. Do your own research, let me know what you think, and have a great day. I'm out of here. Later.